Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. It is 6:17 right now. Market's going to open in about 13 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Just got a couple of things here to update and we should be good to go. Looks good. Looks good. A few more things here. All right. Looks like we are good to go. So I'm gonna get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, as people join in, I'm gonna start marking liquidity over here on the daily chart. Going down to the 8 hour. Down to the 4 hour. Down to the 2 hour. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30-minute. Changes to red. $50-minute. 10-minute. And it looks like we are good to go. So going back down to the 1 minute over here. So looking at current price, closest level of liquidity is going to be down below at 39,066, and the closest level above is going to be at 39,107. Yeah, some of these might get hit pre-market, specifically the one below, but I mean, we'll see what happens here on open. So good morning, everybody. Looks like about half of you guys are here so far. As I mentioned, I was going to get on a little earlier today to just get everything all situated and settled. For this live session, I'm only going to be on this live until 7 o'clock. I'm hoping that it should be enough time because the PRB has to happen by 7 anyways, and I'm hoping the breakout V3 happens around that time as well. I have a dentist appointment in San Diego, so I'll have to drive down there immediately right after. It starts at 8. So I have to leave here like directly at 7. So just a reminder, guys, I'll be cutting this session off at 7 o'clock or slightly before. Basically, whenever we get both of the breakouts, I'm probably going to cut out a little earlier. So I'm hoping we get the breakouts pretty early for the PRB and for the breakout V3. And yeah, we'll see how this plays through. The volatility here is not as crazy as, or it's not as slow as it was yesterday. Or I mean, technically, I guess there's more direction, but it's not as sideways as it was yesterday. So hopefully we'll get some volatility here on open and price actually move directional so that we can get into those those breakout entries pretty quickly. So here's the clean chart. I've marked up 6:30, 8 o'clock. Now I'm going to go on the 4-hour time frame, see if there's any structure up here that we need to pay attention to. Some structure up here. Some more structure down here. Go down to the 1-hour time frame. You have some structure up here. And we'll just make this, we don't need to make it any wider. It's already at the lower low. So with that said, you guys can see right here that price is currently bouncing off the 4-hour support level. Let's see what's here so far. Morning, Maria. Morning, Daniel. Morning, everybody. People are still making their way in, so we'll wait a little longer. But here goes the 4-hour support level. Morning, Rashida. Support level right here. And then slightly above. So, I mean, two things can happen here. Price will either bounce off this on open and continue climbing. Best case scenario, I think that's what will probably happen. Otherwise, if price does push up, which it's pretty far, we have the 1-hour resistance right here. This is the 1-hour resistance level. I'll try to be as clear as possible when I'm taking the breakouts. Obviously, I mean, we'll see how the market moves on open, but for the most part, the volatility right now is currently 7 ATR. Not horrible, not great. It's just how it is right now. I think we did have some news here pre-market as well. So we had news at 5:30, 5:30, 5:55, 6. Okay, 5:30, 5:55, 6. Let me mark that up over here on our main chart. $5:30, which is this kind of crazy candle looking right here. 5:55, which is right here. And 6 o'clock. They're basically all jumbled up in the same area. So 5:55, 6, and then we have more news at 7 o'clock, which is not going to be a big deal because I'll be done trading by then. So, all right, we have news marked up right there. We got market opening in about 5 minutes. So good morning, everybody. Looks like the majority of you guys are here so far. Today is Tuesday, February 27th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. So just a reminder, guys, if you guys are just joining in on the live session, this live session is going to run until about 7 o'clock. Basically, I'm going to try to get both of the breakouts in. Once I get them in, I'm going to wrap it up for the day. I have to drive down to the next city to go to my dentist's appointment to get my teeth finished up. So, all right, guys, market is going to open up shortly in about 4 minutes. Other than that, not really too much to look at here. Looking over here at the PRB chart, as you guys can see, we currently have a bearish trend, so we'll probably try to look for a sell today for the breakout. However, that doesn't necessarily mean price is going to stay down here. I mean, price can easily just shift right back up. As you guys can see over here from the clean chart, price is actually rejecting off the 4-hour support level. So on open here, price might just shoot right back up and switch to a bullish trend, and we might be looking for a buy. However, there's no telling exactly what's going to happen here on open. Price can bounce off here or price can break below, right? Two things can happen at this point. Price will either consolidate here for a bit, which is currently doing, and on open it can break above or it can break below. There's really no telling what exactly will happen, but we'll see. You know, in the next few moments here as market opens in the next 3 minutes. So looking over here at the breakout V3, there's no V1 patterns. So there's nothing for us to really pay attention to here at the moment. But I'll try to bounce between these two to, you know, obviously kind of confirm. We do have the bearish trend right now. See, Nick said 73% short. Yeah, retail sentiment is currently 74% short. So yeah, it's right down the middle. It's obviously long-term bias to be bullish. Looking over here at the news for today, there was a lot of news this morning, but there's no news during the live session, so that's a good thing. We have Fed Bar speaking right now at 6:05, but I don't think that's going to affect the market too much. We'll see what happens here when the market actually opens in the next 2 minutes. All right, ready to get this going. We got about 1:30 guys till open. So I'll be looking for the PRB entry first. There's no V1 pattern, so there's not going to be any V1 entries coming up anytime soon, or there's no V3 entries coming up anytime soon until we get that V1 pattern. So we'll mainly be looking for a PRB entry first. So we got another minute here till open, and then we will go from there. All right, you can see how price is attempting to make its way back up right here. It's rejecting off the 4-hour support as we marked up here on open. So it's bouncing off the 4-hour support level right here. It's pushing right back up. We'll see if it actually continues to push up or if it swings right back down. We got about 40 seconds till market open. Still no V1 patterns here. No V1 pattern there. Market's gonna open in about 20 seconds. We're starting to get some volatility here. As you guys can see, this big spike off this candle. All right, market is opening in about 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is now open. So let me mark up opening price right here. All right, so this might be the first setup that we're looking for the PRB. We're looking for a sell here at this very moment. So we're getting the wick rejection right there off the structure. There's no V1 pattern. It's coming down to the sessions right here. No V1 patterns, no breakout V3 yet. Yeah, so we got the first one right there, guys. We have the rejection right there. We're now looking for some space. Still no V1. Yeah, price is dumping past the 4-hour support level now as we speak. Nice. Medi caught liquidity right there. There's liquidity right here if anybody caught that. Went straight to its TP. This is the liquidity we marked up here pre-market. All right. So we got the first step right here. We're now looking for some space. There's no space yet. Step 1's done. This might be the space right here. There's still no V1 pattern, so there's no breakout V3s coming up anytime soon. Price has made it past the sessions. All right, so we got the rejection. This might be space. It doesn't reject off anything. Forget that doji. So you guys can see the market's moving pretty crazy right now. It's all over the place. We now have a V1 pattern down below. But we're not going to get a buy signal because we already have a buy signal right here. So it's not really going to be used for us, at least not at this moment. ATR is still kind of low. So I thought I was going to pick up today, but it's still at 12. So it's not very high. I mean, it's still there, but it's not very high. There's no space there yet. So we got a couple of rejections here. We're looking for the space. So basically, space is consolidation without any rejections. Right here, you can see there's a bunch of rejections, so it's not really consolidation yet. It's attempting to go into consolidation, but it's not there yet. All right, so that low has been invalidated. No longer structure there. All right, still waiting for this PRB to set up. There's no space here yet, guys, so nothing to take here at the moment. This might be space right here, guys. Looks like we're getting space, finally. It looks like the candles are moving very heavy, but they're not. I mean, they're moving decently, but they're not moving super duper heavy. No space right here, guys. Again, it rejected off the structure, off the pivots right there, so still no space. We're looking for like a doji candle. We're looking for a sideways movement, probably a doji candle to confirm a sideways movement. And then we'll look for the retracement and rejection for the continuation back to the downside. This might be space right here because this is a little farther down. So we might get some space here. Price is still dumping. There's no V1 pattern, so there's no breakout V3s. We wait. Yeah, I was hoping we get the entry like right away, but it's all good. We got space here now. So we got the rejection, we got the space. We're now looking for the confirmation. Once we get the confirmation of retracement and continuation to the downside, we'll be looking for entry here for the PRB. There's no V1 patterns here, so there's not going to be a breakout V3 anytime soon. Yeah, we would need a Nix at MPS. Yeah, I don't see any MPS here. There would have to be. I mean, it'd be too close to begin with because the let's see. I mean, I guess technically there could be one right here. Technically, there could be one at the 100 mark because everything else is too far off. Yeah, so there could be an MPS entry right here for people who are looking to take it. I'm not going to take it, of course, but that could be an MPS entry right there. At the 0 mark. All right, so we're still looking for this PRB. So basically, we have the rejection, we have the consolidation right here. We're now looking for price to kind of swing up, reject off the pivot, and come back down. We also have bearish momentum here. So we got some pretty good confluences: bearish trend, bearish momentum, bearish trend meter. So that's kind of just what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for the retracement up, rejection, continuation back down. The ATR is starting to pick up. You can see the ATR is now at 17. So it jumped from 12 to 17 within a couple minutes. There's no V1 patterns here, so we're not really looking for any breakout V3s yet. You guys can see here, price is starting to consolidate, right? So that's where the space comes into play. Space is probably this green candle right here, because you can see it's the doji that we were looking for. It plays out almost every single time. You have the rejection, you have the doji, price starts to consolidate a little bit. We're gonna look for price to swing up, come back down. So, all right, waiting for this PRB. Typically, the PRB happens after 7:40 anyways. It's 7:38 right now, so we got about 2 minutes till 7:40. It's getting close to it, but if we do get that push up and drop back down, it will be likely. So the NPS level is right here now at the 90 mark. Yeah, exactly. Next at 640. Yeah, if you look at all of our entries for the PRB, they typically happen around 640, 644 around that time. So it's getting closer and closer to it. Looks like the NPS is currently running right now, guys, at this 90 level. If anybody decides to take it, this is why I put the line right there. So it's currently running for any of those who are looking to take it. Obviously, I'm not taking it. I'm looking for the PRB. We also have the double body right here. Thanks, Maria, for the heads up. Candle just closed for a double body. So we might get a breakout V3 for a buy. A little tricky here now. These trades might be running against each other. All right, so no rejection yet. Price is still kind of going sideways right here. So we do have the double body right there. And we might have a double body right here too. I mean, price is just consolidating, but you can see there may be double body on both ends. All right, so if you get a wick rejection on this candle right here, this is going to be a sell for the PRB entry. We have a lot of time on this candle, so you have to wait for the candle to actually close, guys. I'm kind of hoping that it pushes up a little bit, then it comes down super hard, because then we'll get that wick rejection off the structure. We don't have it yet, but that's a setup that we're looking for here for the PRB. It's not looking like it's going to close here. Nope. Maybe this one. But we do have double bodies on both sides. So it's just creating a lot of uncertainty with regard to the market direction. Yeah, there's just not much going on. Price is just consolidating here for the most part. Again, if we get a wick rejection off the structure right here, this could be possible entry for the PRB. If we get a buy signal that closes here and a green candle after it, that could be an entry for the breakout V3. This is going to be a little tricky because I've never run trades in both directions on NinjaTrader at the same time. So I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. All right, we have a wick rejection right here. If this here closes with the wick rejection, this is going to be an entry for the PRB. A few seconds left on this candle. You got to wait for it to actually close. And it looks like it's about to close there.
Order filled. Order filled.
So this right here is the entry for the PRB.
Order submitted.
All right, there goes the wick rejection. Let's see, settler right there. It's kind of a tricky area right here, though, because you can see how the pending buy signal is coming up. This is where it's going to be a bit of well, I've never done this before where kind of had both trades running in both directions. So we'll have to see what happens here. Looks like price is attempting to make its way up. So So if this here closes, I mean, it'll probably stop out the PRB and then it'll start an entry for the breakout V3. But I mean, we'll have to see what happens. So we did get the buy signal. I was hoping we wouldn't get the buy signal there, but we did. So unfortunately, we'll see what happens here, guys. I'm hoping this candle here does not, well, I'm hoping it comes right back down. Because I don't know if anybody's ever ran two opposite positions on NinjaTrader. I've never done it, so I'm not sure how it works. But I'm hoping we don't have to find out today. All right, so I'm hoping price just comes right back down. Looks like this might be a fake out. Because it's going to be really tricky if I have to enter a buy and it kind of throws off, our position. I'm not sure how it works because I've never done it before. So we got about 15 seconds left on this candle right here. So if this candle closes green, this is going to be the breakout V3, guys. Okay, did not close green, thankfully. So there's no breakout V3 right there. So price kind of just going sideways right here. All right, now we just gotta wait. We have another V1 pattern here. I'm hoping this just closes red and then it comes down super hard. And then we get two sells here for the breakout V3 and for the, I also haven't added a position on it. So I'm not sure how that works either. I'm not sure if it averages in or if, we're gonna find out today. We're gonna find out. So we have, I mean, personally, I would prefer that because it's going to go in the direction of our PRB. We have another V1 pattern right here, double body rejection. So if we get another sell signal in a red candle, that's going to be an entry for the breakout V3 for a sell. But again, I haven't ran two positions active at one time. So this is why it's going to be a little tricky with, running these two together. But we'll see. I mean, I guess we'll find out. There's only one way to find out. All right, looks like we might get it. We're getting the sell signal right here. Pending. Gotcha, Kenny. Yeah, so Kenny said you can't run trades in both directions on Apex. All right, we'll have to find a workaround for that then. Yeah, thanks, Kenny, for the heads up. I'll take a look at it, but I'm not really sure because I've never ran into that problem. I'm just wondering if you could stack positions. I'm pretty sure you could stack positions because it's just considered hedging, and I'm pretty sure they allow hedging, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure. But I guess we'll have to see. All right, so I'm still hoping we get that sell signal that comes up right here. It's pending right now. It's been pending for the past 2-3 candles. So if we get a sell signal here, it's going to be in the direction of our PRB. And then continuation to the downside for the breakout V3. But again, we're kind of in a tricky market right now. This is the market's been moving like this pretty much all February. So if you guys have noticed, a lot of the breakouts, they've kind of just gone sideways for a while, and we'd have to hold on to them for an extended period. Looking over here at the PRB, it's still running. It's at about entry point. Gotcha. Yeah, Nick said he's pretty sure if you run both trades going opposite ends, it will close out on your opposite trade. He tried it with Sim before. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I think they have they have FIFO, which means first in, first out. So you can't have like two positions. I think if you're running two sells, it'll be averaged in. And if you're running opposite, then it'll close out the sell and it'll open the buy. All right, so this over here is no longer going to be a zone because there's another low right here. Price again is still kind of just bouncing around. It's kind of hard to tell what's going to happen here because there's not too much going on. So here's a clean chart. I mean, there's really nothing going on here. It's just kind of consolidating, but it's like a messy consolidation. So here's our clean chart. You guys can see it's a pretty messy consolidation back and forth within this area here. See if it comes back down. Yeah, Nick said it feels like it kind of wants to dump, but like you said, kind of confusing. Yeah, because there's no direction here. I mean, it looks like price does want to come down further, but it's really just ranging and consolidating within these two zones. And here's a clean chart. It's a lot easier to see here versus, our PRB chart over here and the breakout V3. So now that we have a new high here, guys, there's actually no more structure for the breakout V3s. I mean, I guess I could leave this up here just for visualization, but for the most part, there's not really much structure here to really look at anymore because there's a new high here. There's no V1 pattern. There's a new low here. There's another low here with no V1 patterns, and they're kind of just, I mean, there's just not really much going on here. It's a lot more obvious over here on the clean chart. So I'm hoping, if it does consolidate here for a while, hopefully it just consolidates for a little bit and then eventually just comes crashing right back down. There's not really much here to look at. There's no confluences. There's nothing here to really, I mean, if you look at the higher time frames, everything here is still pretty bearish. It's just that it's a bit overextended. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, it's all pretty bearish. The 1 hour over here is attempting to be bearish. It's a really big red candle. It has a pending sell signal right there, so that's a good sign. The 4 hour here is still bullish, but it's, you can see over here on the other time frames, it's attempting to come down. So there's not really too much of a confluence here very much. The PRB again is at an entry point. And these are like the longest holds that we've had for these breakout entries, unfortunately. Typically they would happen right away, but yesterday we held on to the breakout V3 for I think like 20 or 30 minutes, or I don't know. It was a long time. It was a really long time. This whole month has been kind of trash with regard to direction or price. I mean, it's kind of usual for February though, but as you guys can see, the breakout's supposed to be a breakout. It's not supposed to be a sideways movement. And the PRB's now been running for about, let's see, it's running for about 10 minutes now. It's a little long for breakout entry. The ATR is starting to die down too. It was at like 17 earlier. It's now down to 16. No V1 patterns here. Yeah, exactly. Juice price is squeezing and it's about to burst. Hoping for it to burst to the downside once we get that sell signal. I think if we get a sell signal here, guys, like once the sell signal closes, I think that's going to be the initiation for price to dump even further. That's like pretty much what we're looking for at this point. We're looking for that sell signal because the sell signal has been pending for about like 10 candles now. For the past 10 minutes, the sell signal appears, disappears, appears, disappears, appears, disappears, etc. So I think once it actually closes, it's going to have that power to just push right through, right? Again, back to our clean chart, nothing going on here. It's just a sideways movement. Again, the pending sell signal, it just keeps appearing. It really wants to push down. You can tell it wants to, but because of the support right here, it's not having, I think right here, they're churning the price. So you can see how price will come down, it bounces off, people will take buys, price comes up, people take sells. And then right here, it's finally making that push. And I just want that sell signal to close because once it closes, we'll be pushing down to our TP. We don't have a V1 pattern here, so there's not really going to be another breakout V3 entry. Unfortunately, I think I might have to cut out of this live session soon, but this is looking like, okay, finally we have that sell signal. Now we need a red candle. If we get a red candle right here, this is going to be a breakout V3 continuation, right? Or a regular breakout V3. Not with the confluence, but it's still going to be the type of pattern that we're looking for, right? Because typically when you see a momentum signal and it's followed by the same candle color, it's probably going to push in that direction, right? Like for example, over here, sell signal, red candle, came down pretty nice from there. Buy signal, green candle, pushes up from there. So, but again, it looks like price here again is just consolidating. It's bouncing off the support, just like I said a few moments ago. So it's just churning price again. You guys can see the range here is very, very obvious. Price comes down, bounces up. Price comes up, bounces down. Let's see. All right. So here we go. Price continues to go back and forth. Yeah, Maddie said price is nasty here. Nick said I don't like how it's wicking off the support. Yeah, no, same here. All right. So not much going on here. Price is back a little bit above, but again, there's just nothing going on here. No V1 patterns. Again. I'll just leave the structure here and I'll take it off once it comes time. But again, guys, it's getting close to 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to cut out pretty soon. If anything, I might just have to leave my laptop on and then let the trade kind of run while I'm gone, which I hate doing. It's like one of the worst things. Let me see if I can log into my my trading view over here as well. Okay, perfect. So I got this set up right here. I log into my broker. I don't even know how to trade on trading view. um, hmm. My broker. Now, I should not be trading on my phone. Just kind of tempted to follow the breakout on my phone while I head down to the dentist, but I definitely should do that. All right, guys. So unfortunately, I'll have to leave right now. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to message me. You guys can talk in the Discord. I'll be looking at the Discord while on my drive down. But I'm gonna have to get off this live session. I have to go drive down to San Diego for my dentist appointment. So, guys, unfortunately, this trade is still going to. I'm gonna have to let this trade run. I'm gonna leave my laptop on as I leave, and I'll just let it play through. But we'll see what happens. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys in a few. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, you guys can continue to discuss the positions on the Discord, and I'll be in there kind of responding to you guys from there as well. So, all right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next live session. If you guys have any questions,